Hello, everyone. Welcome back to Just Chat English Podcast. I am Ashley, and I am really happy you are here with us today.
And I am Jack. Hi, everyone. Great to have you back for another episode.
This podcast is for English beginners. We speak slowly, and we use simple words so you can follow along easily.
And remember, if you do not understand everything, that is completely fine. Just rewind and listen again. Every time you listen, you learn a little more.
Okay, Jack, what are we talking about today?
Today, we talk about something that everyone deals with in life: difficult people.
Oh, yes, difficult people. We all know at least one.
At least one, maybe more.
And it is not always easy to know what to do. Sometimes you get angry, sometimes you feel frustrated, sometimes you just do not know how to react.
Yes, and today we talk about some simple ways to handle those situations better.
So, Jack, tell me, do you have a difficult person in your life right now?
There is someone at work, actually. They always complain about everything. Nothing is ever good enough for them.
Oh, yes, the person who is always negative, always complaining, always finding a problem.
Yes, exactly. And sometimes I just do not know how to respond to them.
That is so common. And that is exactly what we talk about today: how to handle those situations.
Okay, so let's start with our first word. And this one is really important when dealing with difficult people.
The first word is patient. To be patient means you wait calmly and you do not get angry or frustrated easily. You stay calm even when things are difficult. Like when someone is being difficult and instead of reacting immediately, you take a breath and stay calm. That is being patient.
Exactly. So you can say something like, it is hard to be patient with difficult people, but it is important.
It is hard to be patient with difficult people, but it is important.
Or you can say, I try to stay patient, even when I feel frustrated.
I try to stay patient, even when I feel frustrated. I think patience is a skill. Like, you can practice it and get better at it over time.
Yes, absolutely. It does not come naturally to everyone, but you can definitely improve it.
And the first step is just pausing before you react. Just 1 or 2 seconds can make a big difference.
Yes, that pause is everything. In that moment, you choose how to respond instead of just reacting automatically.
And that brings us to our second word, react.
To react means to respond to something that happens. When someone does or says something and you respond to it, that is your reaction.
And the key with difficult people is to think before you react, because your first reaction is not always the best one.
So you can say something like, I try not to react immediately when someone makes me angry.
I try not to react immediately when someone makes me angry.
Or think before you react. It can save you a lot of problems.
Think before you react. It can save you a lot of problems.
You know, I had a situation last week where someone said something really unkind to me, and my first reaction was to say something unkind back.
What did you do?
I took a breath and I said nothing for a moment. And then I responded calmly, and I felt so much better about it afterward.
Yes, because when you react with anger,
you usually regret it later. But when you stay calm, you feel proud of yourself.
Exactly. You cannot control what other people do, but you can always control how you react. That is such an important thing to remember. You cannot control others, only yourself. Okay, everyone, quick break here. If you are enjoying this podcast, please like this video and subscribe to Just Chat English Podcast.
It is completely free, and every like and subscribe really helps other people find us. Thank you so much if you do that.
Okay, word number 3, and this one is really powerful. The word is boundary.
Boundary? What does that mean?
A boundary is a limit you set for yourself. It is what you decide is okay and what is not okay in how people treat you.
Like if someone always calls you very late at night and you do not like it, you tell them, please do not call me after 10. That is setting a boundary.
Exactly. And boundaries are not mean or unkind. They are healthy. They protect your energy and your well-being.
Yes, a lot of people feel bad about setting boundaries, but it is actually very important for your mental health.
So you can say something like, I need to set a boundary with this person.
I need to set a boundary with this person.
Or, it is okay to have boundaries. It does not make you a bad person.
It is okay to have boundaries. It does not make you a bad person. I think a lot of people especially find it hard to set boundaries with family or close friends.
Yes, because you love them and you do not want to hurt their feelings. But without boundaries, you end up feeling drained and resentful.
And that is not good for anyone. Not for you and not for the relationship.
So setting a boundary is actually an act of care for yourself and for the relationship.
Okay, word number 4. And this one is a strategy that can really help with difficult people.
What is it?
The word is ignore. To ignore someone means you choose not to react to them. You do not give them your attention or your energy.
And sometimes with difficult people, the best thing you can do is simply not react, because some people want a reaction. They want to see that they upset you.
Yes, and when you ignore them, when you stay calm and do not react, they lose their power over you.
So you can say something like, sometimes the best thing is to just ignore it and move on.
Sometimes the best thing is to just ignore it and move on.
Or, I decided to ignore their comment and not let it affect my day.
I decided to ignore their comment and not let it affect my day. But ignoring is not always the answer. Sometimes you need to say something. Sometimes silence is not enough.
Yes, it depends on the situation. If someone crosses a real boundary, then you need to speak up. Ignoring is for small things that are not worth your energy.
So you have to choose your battles. Some things are worth reacting to, and some things are not.
Exactly. And knowing the difference is a real skill.
And our last word today ties everything together. The word is handle.
To handle something means to deal with it in a good way. When you handle a difficult situation well, it means you managed it calmly and effectively.
Like you had a difficult conversation with someone, and you stayed calm, you were patient, you set a boundary, you handled it well.
So you can say something like, I am learning how to handle difficult people better.
I am learning how to handle difficult people better.
Or, you handled that situation really well. I am proud of you.
You handled that situation really well. I am proud of you.
I think the most important thing is to remember that difficult people are usually difficult because they are going through something hard themselves.
Yes, hurt people, as they say. When someone is unkind, it often says more about them than about you.
So sometimes a little understanding goes a long way. Not excusing bad behavior, but just understanding that people have their own struggles.
Yes, and that understanding makes it easier to stay patient and not take things personally.
Okay, time for our recap. 5 words from today.
Let's go.
Number 1, patient. You wait calmly and do not get angry easily. I try to stay patient even when I feel frustrated. Patient. I try to stay patient even when I feel frustrated. Number 2, react. To respond to something that happens. Think before you react. It can save you a lot of problems. React. Think before you react. It can save you a lot of problems. Number 3, boundary. A limit you set about what is okay and what is not. I need to set a boundary with this person.
Boundary. I need to set a boundary with this person.
Number 4, ignore. You choose not to react or give attention. Sometimes the best thing is to just ignore it and move on.
Ignore.
Sometimes the best thing is to just ignore it and move on. And number 5, handle. To deal with a situation in a good way. I am learning how to handle difficult people better. Handle. I am learning how to handle difficult people better. 5 really useful words today, and all very relevant to real everyday life.
Your homework today is this. Think of one difficult situation in your life and ask yourself, how can I handle this better? What boundary do I need to set? What is worth reacting to, and what is better to ignore?
And write in the comments, how do you deal with difficult people? Tell us in English. Just one sentence is perfect.
And remember, if you did not understand everything today, that is completely okay. Just go back and listen again. You are doing really well just by being here and listening.
If you liked this episode, please like this video and subscribe to Just Chat English Podcast. It really helps us reach more people.
Thank you so much for listening today. We will see you in the next episode.
Bye-bye, everyone. See you soon.